Max Martin is the biggest hitmaker in the pop music industry, having written or produced countless hits for people like Ariana Grande, Nick Jonas, Britney Spears. You guys asked me to make a top 10 video for one of my biggest influences as a songwriter, and this one has been the most difficult to make thus far. So, without further ado, here are my top 10 all-time favorite Max Martin songs. Let's blast off! I can't stop with these boys from California. Konnichiwa, cyborgs. I'm Jonathan Miller, and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, helping you become a better songwriter. I make futuristic and outer space-inspired dance pop music, and every Wednesday on this channel, I'm helping others take their music to level 2. That sounds good? Consider subscribing. If not, then enjoy being on level 1, but the party's on level 2. Whatever, we'll move on. Think about that. Okay, so before we get into it, I just want you to know that this list was very difficult to make. I had to cut some of my favorite songs on the planet. If you don't know, Max Martin is the songwriter or producer, or both, behind so many successful pop songs, so it was really hard to narrow this down. It was also very difficult to not make this a Britney Spears top 10 list, because they've done a lot of songs together that I love. Anyway, please remember also that this is just my opinion, and your opinion might be different, and that is okay. If for some reason your favorite is not on the list, trust me, it was probably on the bigger list. It just got cut and my heart broke when I had to take it off. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Number 10, E.T. by Katy Perry. Not the version with Kanye West. He ruined it. This song was instantly my favorite when I first heard Teenage Dream. The word choice is really well done. When you write sort of sci-fi music, you have to really toe the line a little bit, and this is a good example of doing that correctly. There's lots of space in the mix, which works really well, and all of the elements just feed off each other really nicely, and I just love it. Number 9, What the Hell by Avril Lavigne. All my life I've been good, but now I'm thinking what the hell. All I want is to mess around, and I don't really care about. Honestly, they made a song that just fits the title. Max is excellent, and I don't know if it's him that does it or if it's the artist that comes up with it. I think it's a little bit of both, but he's really good at crafting these perfect vocal runs and builds in the middle of a chorus that just are so hooky and amazing. And it's just so magical to me. I love it, and it's ear-pleasing, and the song is fun, it's flirty, and it's perfect for Avril. So I'm gonna say this a lot in this video. I love it. Number 8, Into You by Ariana Grande. So baby, come light me up, and baby, I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby, that's how I want it. A little less conversation and a little more touch my body, 'cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. And everyone watching us. This is a pop masterpiece. Don't even fight me on that. Almost everything in this song is a memorable hook, and Into You criminally underperformed when it was released. All you people failed Ariana on that. The volume is well balanced, and it's accented in the perfect places, and everything about it is just cool and amazing. So good. Number 7, Light Up the World by the Glee cast. When I went to actually sit down and make this list, this was the first song I knew would be on this list. I didn't know where, but I knew it was gonna be on here. With so many voices, it's blended so well. And I still wish that as much as I loved and adored Glee, I wished that this song had a better storyline in the series. But oh well. It's hooky and energetic and oftentimes underrated in my opinion. It's definitely one of my all-time favorite Glee songs, and maybe I'll do a video about that in the future. But when I saw that Max was producing one more song for the series, I was very, very happy. Number 6, My Life Would Suck Without You by Kelly Clarkson. 'Cause we belong together. Forever united here somehow. This song has an infectious chorus that still gives me chills every time I listen to it. It's got this good pulse in the background that I love, and honestly, it's kind of the perfect blend of Kelly's like rock edge and also kind of the emerging electronic elements that were happening at the time. It's just done so well, and it's cute and it's funny. I told you, I'm gonna say it a lot, but I adore it. It's so good and so well crafted. Number 5, another by Miss Kelly Clarkson, Behind These Hazel Eyes.
Here I am, once again. I'm torn into pieces, can't deny it, can't pretend. Just thought you were the one, looking up deep inside. But you won't get to see the tears I cry. Behind these hazel eyes, here I am, once again.
Behind These Hazel Eyes is actually one of my all-time favorite songs. Like, we're talking top 3. So to have it so far down on this list, you can imagine how difficult this list was to make. If you don't know, Max and Kelly actually went back and forth to give it either more of a rock edge or a more pop edge, and obviously Kelly won that battle, and it worked out great for her because it was a massive hit. But I do oftentimes wonder what that pop version would have sounded like. It's heartbreaking and dark, and all of the vocal elements in the background, there's so much happening that even now when I listen to it, I hear background things that I didn't hear, and the song was released in like 2004. So that is pretty impressive. Number 4, our first entry from Britney Spears, I Will Be There.
When you need someone, you just turn around, and I will be there. When you're feeling low, baby, let me know, and I will be there. I will be there.
I Will Be There is one of my all-time favorite, if not my favorite, Britney Spears song of all time. This song is so often overlooked by fans, which makes me so sad, and I wish someday she'll perform it again, but I know that she won't because it's from her teeny bopper days and everyone only wants to hear the hit, but I love it. It's sweet and innocent, and I'm a 90s kid, so it will always remind me of playing with my little Pokemon figures because the movie had come out and I was really big into the series, and not that that stopped now. I'm still a 90s kid. Number 3, another from Miss Britney Spears, You Drive Me Crazy.
You drive me crazy, I just can't sleep. I'm so excited, I'm in too deep. Oh, crazy, but it feels alright. Baby, thinking of you keeps me up all night.
Not the Stop remix. I'm talking the OG, the original, full of cowbells and a full B section. It was unique for the 90s, but it was also so similar that it worked, and it's fantastically written, filled with highs and lows, and it just works so well. I love when Max takes those steps that are kind of just out of the realm of what's normal right now. It's kind of how he sets his stuff so apart, and that's why for you songwriters out there, it's okay to take risks sometimes, because You Drive Me Crazy was, again, such a huge hit for Britney, so that damn Stop remix ruined it. Not that it's bad, but I just love the original because it flows so well, and you do this the entire time. I love it. One of my favorite Britney songs, forever. Number 2, Larger Than Life by Backstreet Boys.
All you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life. Alright.
NSYNC was my favorite at the time, but I also did love the Backstreet Boys, I'm not gonna lie. I liked both groups, I was not picky. Like most tweens back then, I played the shit out of Millennium, and this song always made me so happy because it was literally larger than life. You felt big and epic, and the vocal hooks and the musical hooks, everything just works in that song. It's so good. You feel like you're on the stage. You feel the crowd in the background. It's so good. It's such a good piece of early 2000s, late 90s pop music. 10 out of 10. Now, this is the part where I usually would list a bunch of runners up, but then I would have to share every song that Max has probably ever written, so you can see my problem. So we won't be doing that today, but we still have a number one, and that is Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears.
I did it again. I updated your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. Oops, you think I'm in love. And I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. What about Baby One More Time? I wanted to include Baby One More Time, but the one thing that kept it from this list is the fact that I felt that everybody praises it. I mean, there's a reason the song went number one in every single country it was released. It's a masterclass on its own, and it's fantastic. So that is why I felt Oops, I Did It Again needed to be on this list. I hope you understand. Anyway, this song is pop perfection. I'm not just saying that as a Britney Spears fan. I'm talking the way it's written, the way it's sung, the way it's produced. It's done right. And it's one of those rare songs that is recognizable the second you start playing it. Everyone in the room knows what song that is. I've always viewed it as a fantastic sequel to Baby One More Time. It is so incredibly fantastic and amazing. Speaking of production, it's a masterpiece. The way it balances peaks and valleys and effects and volume is just the epitome of perfection. It's simple, but it's complicated. It's just outstanding. It's everything it needs to be. It's timeless. It's amazing. I love it. Britney, Max, hats off to you. So those are my top 10 all-time favorite Max Martin songs. Question of the video, what is your favorite song Max Martin has written or produced? Leave me a comment below letting me know. If you want to check out any of the other artist top 10s that I've done on this channel, there are links in the description below, so make sure you check them out. And as always, please leave a like on this video and subscribe if you're new. I put out new videos every single Wednesday. Once again, I'm Jonathan Miller, and I will see you next time. Mata ne!